hearing this now.
Sean, thank you very much. Sharon, thank you very much for having me. And Sharon, I have never told anybody that I have decided to go to APC or any other party for that matter. I am in PDP, and I have seen so many speculations over a very long period, especially from my brothers and sisters in the APC, claiming that I am planning. In fact, so many people have even fixed dates for me to move from PDP to APC. I think it is just a fake news. And even though it makes me feel very happy that many people in APC, those who have worked together with me in that party, those who, for whatever reason, didn't see reason in ensuring that my humble self and other colleagues were kept in the party, now are passing or sending all these sort of messages around saying that I'm leaving the PDP for the APC. But I'm happy to say that we are working very hard together with my colleagues in PDP to ensure that we have success in the forthcoming election. So that's where we are now, but we wait and see how it goes. I'm sure maybe by this year, many things will be very clear to everybody in this country. Yes, you know, politics is very dynamic, and we are working together with our colleagues in the PDP. But as we all know that some of us were in the APC, and of course PDP. I was one of the founding members of the party in 1998 to 99, when I was opportune to be the governor of Kano State. I was also Minister of Defense under PDP. I was, of course, in the NDDC, so member representing the Northwest Zone in NDDC. So I have benefited a lot and contributed a lot in the PDP. So also in the APC, I was one of the founding members or people who have worked so hard for the party to win election in 2015. So I'm happy that I know all these parties very well, and many of them are my friends, and we are communicating very well. Yes, as we speak, Sharon, there is no any plan for me to leave PDP to join APC or any other party. Of course, there were issues which are very clear to almost everybody that we had a Congress in April last year in Kaduna, which I felt and many of my supporters in the Northwest and even beyond felt that I was not being treated well and Kano was not being treated the way it should be. And therefore, I believe that was the beginning of those issues, to the extent that people thought because of that we would leave the PDP for APC or any other party. I'm aware that so many attempts were being made by PDP to go and conclude the Congress in Kaduna. And even this new ESCO contacted me, briefing me that they are very willing to go and do the right thing in Kaduna. And that unresolved issue is still what created the room for so many rumor that is going around in this country and even beyond. Yes, I'm sure people were making all these statements because recently when I lost my junior brother, Governor Ganduje, and many people, senior people in his government and in his party decided to come and condole me and my family on the death of my brother. Now, this is to me a welcome idea because from 2015, when he became the governor of Kano, people did not see him in my house or anywhere close to that. But this time around, he decided to come, and I'm happy that he came because we believe in politics of peace and progress. We believe in ensuring success in Kano State and in this country. So anybody who was either against us or thought that he had reasons to keep a distance and now sees reason to come forward, to me is a welcome development. But it is very clear to me and everybody that there was no any discussion beyond that visit. Um, Sheung is very unfortunate that it's very difficult to remember any um, good example in terms of secession in this country from 1999 to date. But many people are keeping their eyes on Kano, especially because of my earlier relationship with the governor, because he was my deputy governor from 1999 to 2003, and of course my SA when I was Minister of Defense. And thereafter, in 2007, I lobbied the then President Yaradua, and of course he got a job in Chad Republic to be the Executive Secretary of Chad Basin. And he was there when I got ticket in 2010, and asked him to resign and come back to Nigeria to be my deputy. And when I was going, I thought we should have an inclusive government by supporting him to become governor. And when he became governor, many issues started, to the extent that I had to stay away from Kano for 3.5 years, and I was a serving senator, even though I didn't want to. I actually wanted to go to Kano to see my constituents, see my extended family, and so on. But it was part of the game. As I said, even if it was somebody, probably it would have been the same, or at least like we have seen elsewhere. As I told you, there was no, I cannot remember any very good example of people who have handed over to their successors and stay for some time without issues. So I have no regret whatsoever, because we are still strong, in fact much stronger than 2015, not only in Kano, but across the country and beyond. So I'm so happy that we are still alive and strong in the game, to the extent that the governor and many other people sharing politics is very dynamic, and of course, at any given time, once something crops up, you look around and see the best person for the job. In any case, we are not in the same party with Dr. Ganduje now, and therefore, I think the suggestion that we are making, it should not even be on the table, because we are in different parties. Maybe we should wait and see how it goes before thinking that Dr. Ganduje is as good as other people that are with me at the moment. Yes, for those who are familiar with Kano and of course national politics, will always remember our leader, the late Madam Aminu Kano, of blessed memory. And we started, we are the followers of Madam Aminu Kano, especially when we were very young, when we were even children. We believe in his philosophy. We live, we believe in what he stood for, and that is exactly what Kwankwaso also stands for. And for you and probably some other people who don't know, this cap, the red cap we are wearing, is not only because of the Malam Amin Kano himself, but because of what it stands for. First of all, as you mentioned, we use the red cap for identification and mobilization. If we go out now into any rally or any group meetings and so on, we use it clearly to say that these are the people who believe in our ideology. And the issue of ideology is very critical, especially in today's politics. You find people moving from point A to B, C, D, and so on, not knowing precisely what they stood for. Even the parties that we have today are also finding it difficult to believe in a particular ideology. So the red cap not only stands on the issue of mobilization, but also the color indicates hard work, integrity, and of course emancipation of our people from the difficulties that they find or we find ourselves today in this country and even before now. And the white is the issue of peace. We are very peaceful people. We want to ensure that families, towns, villages, and the country is in complete peace. And of course, other issues associated with that, ranging from humility to education, because our movement believes in education and education. Now, you see, Shaun, I contested elections 16 times, and I only lost 3 and won 13. One is in 2003 when I was a sitting governor, based on sentiments, mainly religious sentiments, that our group at that particular time really was too liberal. And we had, on the other hand, people who came on the extreme side of the religion and making a lot of noise and so on. So that was the first election that I lost. And the second one was in Lagos, when I contested primary elections in 2015 in Lagos with the President Buhari and others, where I was opportuned to be number 2 in that election. And the third one was, of course, the 2019 in Port Harcourt. And all these things, we all know why it happened, but the fact of the matter is, today, for those who are conversant, Shaun, I have not heard the last portion, the question itself. What is the question, please? I can't hear you. I couldn't hear what you said. Yes, I have heard the background. Yes, yes. Okay, I have now had the question. I didn't hear the last portion. You are asking whether I still have the ambition to become president of this country. The answer is right at the moment, I am making all the necessary presentations and contact. We have friends all over the country. We are talking to each other. And I believe that we are almost there because this is 2022 and the election itself is coming first quarter of 2023. So I think it's just a matter of a little bit of patience. In the next couple of months, I believe everything will be clear, and we will even invite you to come and, of course, hear our own position on the issue of contest. We don't just go into the field like that. I